This is a rapid summary of 21 Lessons for the 21st Century by Yuval Noah Harari. There are three main points to this book. First, humanity is facing unprecedented challenges created by the convergence of information technology and biotechnology. Second, our old stories and political systems like liberalism, nationalism, and religion are inadequate for dealing with these new realities. Third, surviving and thriving in this century will require immense personal resilience and the ability to constantly adapt and reinvent ourselves. Let's explore these points. The first is the technological challenge. Harari argues that the twin revolutions in AI and biotech are poised to change the very meaning of being human. For centuries, our societies have been built on the idea of individual free will. But today, powerful algorithms owned by corporations and governments are getting better at understanding and predicting our choices than we are. They can hack our brains by analyzing our data, making the idea of an authentic individual self much harder to defend. The second point is about the breakdown of our old ideologies. Harari argues that the grand narratives that guided the 20th century are losing their power. Liberal democracy, for example, won the Cold War, but it doesn't have clear answers for today's biggest threats. What does freedom mean when algorithms can manipulate our desires? What is the value of human labor when AI can do most jobs more efficiently? Harari warns of two specific dangers. First, the rise of a global, useless class, billions of people who are economically irrelevant because automation has replaced them. Second, the rise of digital dictatorships, regimes that use total surveillance not just to monitor what you do, but to know what you think and feel, creating a level of control that past tyrants could only dream of. The third point is Harari's proposed solution, which is less about policy and more about mental mindset. He doesn't offer a new ideology to replace the old ones. Instead, he argues that the most important skill in the 21st century is mental flexibility. In a world of constant change and information overload, the ability to let go of old ideas, embrace uncertainty, and learn new things is paramount. He suggests we need to understand our own minds before algorithms do it for us, perhaps through practices like mindfulness and meditation. The goal is not to find a single final answer, but to become resilient enough to navigate a world that is permanently in flux. In summary, 21 Lessons is a sobering look at our present predicament. It argues that we are at a critical juncture where technology is outpacing our wisdom, and our old political toolkits are obsolete. The book's central takeaway is a call for clarity. Harari's key quote on this is, "In a world deluged with irrelevant information, clarity is power." The ultimate challenge is to know yourself better so you can make conscious choices about your life and society's future rather than letting those choices be made for you by an algorithm. If you find this summary compelling, the natural next steps are Harari's previous books, Sapiens, which looks at humanity's past, and Homo Deus, which speculates about our long-term future.